This whole issue, the reason why I'm doing this video, started about 6 days ago. The constitution that governs Uganda, it says that there's nobody in the army or the police who can contest on any political seat. I ask our Kenyan brothers and sisters to forgive us for the tweets sent by General Muhoozi. Some of you are just saying that a Lieutenant General is also called General, right? But before he was not calling him General. He was not called General Muhoozi, no. He only called him General Muhoozi then. He clearly said he wanted to become president in 2026, right? So, if he was laid off from being the UPDF General Commander, does that mean that now he can contest for president? This is the most toughest guy he has seen ever in his life. If you know the red top, then you know his army. This guy, who was born on 24th April 1974, this guy, at his age, he managed to move from Lance Corporal to General at his age. If he tells you he's going to do something, he's going to do it. In politics, everything that comes along, it's strategically laid, it's planned. There's nothing that comes by mistake. Muhoozi is now a full general. Love it or hate it. Does that mean that now he has all the qualifications of him being capable to qualify for being a president in Uganda? Basically, today I'm going to base around a few things that people don't really take time to know, to research, and to read, maybe to know. I would want to take you through the UPDF army ranks. In Uganda, the army in Uganda is called the UPDF. Yeah, it's called the UPDF. So UPDF basically stands for Uganda People's Defense Forces, right? So I'm going to vlog this vlog basically onto this UPDF issue. I'm not attacking anybody. I'm not like, just I'm giving you the information. Just I'm giving you the ranks and how they are in order in the UPDF way, right? So this whole issue, the reason why I'm doing this video, started about 6 days ago. The son of the president in Uganda, called Kainerugaba, who everybody doesn't want to talk about. Most of the bloggers fear talking about that name anyway. So Kainerugaba is a son to our president called Museveni. So 6 days ago he tweeted, I don't know whether it was out of excitement or whether it was planned, but he ended up saying he can capture Nairobi, Kenya. Nairobi is the capital city to Kenya. But he said he could end up capturing Nairobi, Kenya in just 2 weeks. I don't know whether my sound will be clear, but I'll read you the tweet of how it was displaying, right? In his words, he said, it
will take us, my army and me, 2 weeks to capture Nairobi.
It would take us meaning Uganda, it would take Uganda, him and his army, 2 weeks to capture Nairobi, Kenya. So, for some of you who don't know this guy, they think maybe the guy is crazy. For the Nairobi community who don't know who Kainerugaba is, Muhoozi Kainerugaba, I'm going to give you his profile so that you know who was saying that and why he was saying that. So that by the end of this video, you should put yourself in his shoes and know whether it's possible or not possible. I want you to tell me whether it's possible or not possible. Comment in the comment section below and then tell me, is it possible or it was not possible? There were very many tweets. I can't read all of them here, but I'm going to read you the profile of this guy, and then you know why he was saying that. Besides being the son of the president, he's not like these other sons of the presidents. For him, he has a lot of profiles from different countries, different ranks, started from different army schools. He's not just the son of the president, like people say. Okay. Now, based on Google, this is not my information, it's Google's information. And based on Google's information, these are the UPDF army ranks from lowest to highest. And at number one, from lowest to highest, at number one, we have Lance Corporal. Lance Corporal is like when you have just started fresh from the UPDF school. Lance Corporal, then there's Corporal, then there's Sergeant, then there's Staff Sergeant, then there's Warrant Office Class 2, Warrant Officer Class 1, there's Second Lieutenant, there's Lieutenant, there's Captain, there is Major, there is Lieutenant Colonel, there is a Colonel, there's a Brigadier, there's a Major General, there's a Lieutenant General, and there is a General. 16 ranks. Now, this guy you are saying, I'm going to read his profile. He was born on 24th April 1974. And of course, the parents, Museveni, of course, is the son of the president. And he has been commander of the Special Forces Command, SFC, from 2008 to 2017. And again from December 2020 to 2021, last year. Then commander of the Land Forces of Uganda, UPDF, from 24th June 2021 to 4th October 2022, which means this year. Basically, today is when? So on 4th, he was laid off from the UPDF. Okay. Now, they are stating clearly the reason why he was laid off. He was removed following the tweets claiming that he was going to capture Nairobi. Then UPDF and SFC accused him of these actions, and then they took him off. This guy, who was born on 24th April 1974, this guy, at his age, he managed to move from Lance Corporal to General at his age. Most of you, it may look like strange, but he's the son of the president. Put that in mind. He's the son of the president. And he moved from Lance Corporal to General in this short period of time. How did he do that? He has gone to army schools all over the world, different army schools. For example, he was in Germany. He studied in Germany. He studied in England, in Sweden. He studied in Egypt as well. Egypt being one of the best army school countries out there. So he studied in Egypt as well. So I'm going to tell you how I got to know Muhoozi. It's fortunate that me personally, I have an uncle who was in the UPDF, and my uncle was deployed in Somalia. Now, for those of you who don't know Muhoozi, who are seeing Muhoozi now, Muhoozi in 2007, he was deployed in Somalia. He was deployed heading the UPDF in Somalia. And by that time, I think he was still a Major General. If you know the red top, then you know his army. What they call the red top, it's his army. He created it when he was in Somalia. And by that time, I was like 28, 29. By that time. So, people who worked along with him, according to what my uncle told me back then, he was like, this is the most toughest guy he has seen ever in his life. When he wants something to be done, he wants it to be done. He doesn't want you to tell him tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. He wants it today, he wants it today. You don't tell him anything else. That's the Muhoozi if you don't know Muhoozi. If he tells you he's going to do something, he's going to do it. Unless he changes his mind. So for those of you who are out there in Kenya thinking he can't do it, trust me, he can. This guy is crazy. He can. Because always he has wanted to prove a point. He has wanted to prove a point that he's good. Besides the father being good, he wanted to prove that he's good. So, but to me, I look at this in two ways. Because after the tweet, he was laid off from the UPDF. But remember, according to Uganda's rules and the constitution that governs Uganda, it says that there's nobody in the army or the police who can contest on any political seat. He clearly said he wanted to become president in 2026, right? So, if he was laid off from being a UPDF general commander, does that mean that now he can contest for president? Could you put that in your mind? Does that mean that now he has all the qualifications of him being capable to qualify for being a president in Uganda? Some of you will say no, some of you will say yes. Some of you will say it was meant to be like that, or some of you will be like, it was a mistake to tweet. But to me, it was not a mistake. It was a plan. In politics, everything that comes along, it's strategically laid. It's planned. There's nothing that comes by mistake. So after this tweet, Museveni came out and then apologized, and he tweeted to Kenya. He said, "I ask our Kenyan brothers and sisters to forgive us for the tweets sent by General Muhoozi." He called him General Muhoozi. It wasn't to Kenya. That doesn't matter. So it is alleged that, I'm not sure about that. According to different news that is going around, some people say he was promoted to general, full general. Now he's full general. And other people say he was laid off the UPDF duties and he was not promoted to general. But according to the father's statement, he called him general. Now, some of you are just saying that a lieutenant general is also called general, right? But before, he was not calling him general. He was not called General Muhoozi. No, he only called him General Muhoozi then, on that day. So which means Muhoozi is now a full general. Love it or hate it. So 2026 leaves us with a lot of things, leaves us with a lot of questions. 2026 leaves us with questions that ask us, is Museveni coming? Is Muhoozi coming? Will Bobi Wine be able to juggle around Muhoozi and Museveni? Anyway, that will be a question to put in your mind. But for now, that's all for today. Tomorrow, I'll come up with a different story, different vibe, different topic. Have a good day. Peace.